Thank you, everyone. Thank you for you having me here. And firstly, yes, this is just a small reminder. I'm coming from small country, Latvia, and our company production main site is located there. And my name is Iveta Skābarde, and I'm Chief Operations Officer in our company. And unfortunately, our CEO and owner of the company did not have a chance to come over here and present our company's success story and also a challenging story. Therefore, I have a great honor to represent him today and also our company about this transformation journey with the Adizes program. You know, every story starts with something, with some seed, with some person, with some idea. So our story, a partner story, started with one person. His name is Klaus Raun. He's the owner of the company, and on the moment, he is also a CEO of the company. On September 17, back in 2003, he took a chance and he moved a business which he represented. At that time, it was called Plus Process, to Latvia. He was inspired by his father, and he also wanted to travel a little bit. So he decided to move in a closer country, and it's Latvia. He spent usually 2 to 3 weeks in Latvia, and then during the weekends, he flew back to Denmark as his wife was there still studying.
What does the company do?
I will tell you. There will be a story. There will be a story, yes. I'm just ramping up, yep. So, company initially was named Plus Process, but in the year 2006, there was an opportunity for management buyout. So Klaus made it up with his colleague, also a Danish colleague, Michael, and they bought the company out. And they renamed it a partner, where also letters AE means automation and engineering partner, and name is emphasizing the commitment to be our customer's preferred partner. So we are not owning the products, but we are our customers' service providers. The genome of our company started already back in 2003 and 2006, where we were a multinational company, combined of Latvians, Russians as well, and Danish people, where Danish people brought in very good values, which were at that time in Latvia, we were not familiar with those as we are post-Soviet Union country. Those were honesty, openness, teamwork, integrity, and mutual respect. It's very interesting with the thesis methodology where we have to have also mutual trust and respect. So this is the thing what we could work on for future as well. So yes, team was small, everyone was dedicated, everyone was ready to multitask, do whatever is needed. You know, that's in every company who is in an infancy stage. So I think that story is not new for you. So we went the same way at that time. We are a partner. Today, we are a company with over 20 years of experience in automation engineering. And just recently, our developed value proposition with Mirko together, where we stated that we provide our customers from marine, pharma, food, energy, material handling, and wind power industries with domain expertise and services within consulting, engineering, procurement, assembly, testing, and technical commercial documentation of electrical control panels so that they can be competitive and compliant with their automation and power generation systems. So our purpose is to serve our customers. As Dr. Ichak was asking what we are doing, these are the electrical cabinets. They may vary in different colors, in different sizes, but basically what is a control panel is a centralized unit that houses various electrical components and devices used to control and distribute electrical power in various applications. So this can be in different industries, in commercial, in residential, in industrial areas, different areas. But yesterday, I was very impressed about Raj's story about that every employee need to know a purpose, what they're doing. If we are looking in a previous slide, those are just the metal boxes. Those are components which we are placing somehow in the order and making them function for customer need. What we are trying to do, we are trying to explain in organization as well, what exactly it is. What is that box doing? What is our purpose for organization, and how we are supporting also sustainability globally. So one of the examples is that, for example, we are partnering with a customer who is working in greenhouse system building, where they are striving to that they are using less, consuming less energy, and having a more sustainable production lines. Also in a marine industry, where ballast waters has to be cleaned, so it is ecological damage is reduced in global areas. The next slide as well is indicating that we are also part of the electrical control panel assembly for heating equipment, placing in tents in fields. And also we are designing electrical panels for material handling, logistics, and different chains. As I mentioned at the beginning, our partner is located in 2 small countries in Europe. We're in Denmark, that's over there. It's around 6 million people population, and in Latvia it's only 1.6 million population. So 2 small but strong countries who are doing this big job. Our 2 locations in Denmark, it has office, sales, project management, and research and development. But in Latvia, specifically in town Liepāja, we have office administration, accountancy and finance, project management, research and development. Also, most of production is there. Testing is provided to the units, and packing and shipping and material warehousing. Our products are distributed in all around the world, actually. Basically, every production what we are doing, it's exported, and it goes to US, Canada, Australia, all around Europe, and even United Arab Emirates and China as well. This is our head office in Latvia, where we have in last year reached 75 million euro turnover. For us, it is a big number. We are not a big company globally, but in our areas we are. We have employed 550 plus people. Last year data is showing, and we were able to reach the capacity of 20,000 panel production last year. Actually, we are having a good news this year. We also started to widen our production area. So we are having, I'm going 2 slides back in the green area. We are going now to, actually building works has started already to have a bigger area for production. Our growth in statistics, and I believe that you as associates right away can see, indicate that there is going to be a trouble. So in yes, in the past years we had very, very steep or rapid growth in different areas. In employee count, we had the hirings, 100 people that coming through HR. Also turnover, which I would say was not controlled. It's just turnover. It's not looking on the profits at that time. And facilities as well. If we compare 1,300 square meters to 16,000, it's already a different areas what to cover. Also, we widened our cooperation in different industries. It's in cement processing, food industry, shipping industry, material handling, pharmacy, and also wind energy. So, but as I put on the top exclamation sign, every great story, every rapid fly is indicating that there might be a fall as well. So not all the time we can go up and up and up. So therefore, we got here, actually. And why did we get here? This is, I think, the top question usually when companies are starting to questioning themselves what's going wrong, why we are not having good relations in our organization, or you cannot explain it, what's going on. So at that time, in 2023, we started to face increased confusion about which tasks should be prioritized. Operational tasks took over strategic tasks or directions. Even strategy was not known. Everyone expected that someone is working 100% or even more just to execute the tasks which are appearing. Yes, strategic directions were not known, were not clear, so it gave some confusion in our organization. Finger pointing, that shows in the companies that something is wrong with internal integration as well. Yeah, people were questioning, people were starting to spread the rumors around as they had their own perception of what is going on, so they are starting to perceive the organization in a different way. Blanket pulling, what we are calling in Latvia as well, starting to fight for your own things, for your own ideas, or for your personal needs. At the end, yes, we are at a crossroad where we are unsure, puzzled, confused, lost, unclear, and baffled. So a person cannot explain what's wrong, but there is the feeling. And at that time, I was, as a CEO, I felt with my gut, as our CEO is saying, that there is something wrong.
When did you join the company?
12 years ago in 2012. So, but always in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. So there is a sunshine, or we say that in a tunnel you can see the light. But there is a mean joke, and then there can be a train coming as well. So be aware of that, not only the light. So, and I also was starting to think about opportunities or possible things, how to solve this issue. And here is our story. How did we get here? And from last 2 days sessions, I have had so many things which are connected to that first point when I was facing the thing that I need to find something. And today from Dr. Ichak's story on next year's visit to India, actually, I started mastering change in Heartful Adizes Leadership Foundation module, half 12. That is online sessions where you can apply yourself and see Adizes methodologies principles guided through the heartfulness. And also the meditation was part of that sessions. Also, 2 of my colleagues joined that session, and we got first insight and inspiration, actually, how it could be applied to our organization. I will have these milestones fastly going through, but later on I will deep dive in some of those. Yes, in August 2022, we had 2-day training session about Adizes theory and practice for managing accelerated change and growth. In February, we already started to research. We were very precautious. What is it? Is it really working? Is it only advertisement? So we learned about real examples. We were visiting Kronos in Latvia, who was the company of the year. We also had online chats with Teltonika from Lithuania. So we had a lot of background research of that. Then we took a step. We took 3-day session of synergistic organizational diagnosis, SYNDAC. And in summer 2023, we already started to work on 6 months path or plan how to develop our organization in the future. And since September 2023 till now, we are intensively working through the program, and from phase 0 to phase 5, currently in the middle. Yes, when we are digging deeper, what exactly we have went through and what we have done. So the first insight about Adizes theory, about the Adizes methodology we had back in 2022, August. We had a very good teacher, Virginius, who got a very, very high credit from our CEO as well. Yes, and Klaus likes Virginius very much as well. So this was a very good eye-opener for our organization, as Virginius was leading the sessions and everyone is just saying, how do you know about our company? How do you know that we have that trouble? So that was very connecting and giving that tangible feeling that actually it is someone outside who knows that such problems exist. So we are not alone and we do not have unique problems. And the problems are recognizable, predictable, and most importantly, manageable. That is the thing what we were just oozing to get out of that. After communication with Virginius, we got inspired, so we got also our syndic, which was led by Virginius, our favorite associate at that time. So we had 3 long but powerful days. We had 26 A partner representatives involved in the session, where we were able to identify 213 PIPs, which were clustered in 106 patterns. We were able also during those sessions to identify our life cycle elimination, where yesterday was presented. Most of companies are in go-go to adolescence. And we were able to pattern prioritization and, again, very precautious, we needed to have first experimental SYNERG team. So,
Were you in that transition, go to adolescence?
Yes, yes. We are still there, I would say. So, and yes, for sure, we needed to have first experimental SYNERG team, which we needed to check if it is working, if it is really good for us. Not again, only, yes, there is a lot of potential improvements points identified, but we need to know. The biggest aha moment was for us, or for me, during those 3 days, that before, when we had the research done with Kronos and Teltonica, there was said that everyone was angry, everyone was screaming, sessions were intense, and so on. I was surprised. We were not so intense. We were calm. Everyone left after 3 days. We had the revelations as well. At the first day we presented our expectations, and then later on we have to give our a feedback how we feel after 3 days. There were big hopes. They were listed already that expectations, what we can do further. Of course, P mood switched on, so we had to do something already, how to solve the problems and the potential improvement points to get done.
I have a problem.
Yep.
If you have 230 pips, 100 patterns, which means 2 pips per pattern, I mean.
Yes, yes. We had very how it is, individual things. Yeah.
Wow, never heard of it. Okay.
Yeah. That is also what I noticed, because a lot of pips were just having solely by themselves. Regarding the experimental SYNERG team, we try to choose the simplest one. Simple thing, language usage in our company. Danish, Latvians, English, what language do we use, in which documents, so on. Rufet led us through that sessions. I was not chosen to be in those SYNERG teams, but it was very interesting to see how people came out of the sessions confused. Yes, what are we doing? We don't see the results. What is going on? It's too slow, and it does not lead us to some conclusions and so on. But after the 3rd session, there was that light in the end of the tunnel, so people believed in that. And of course, we got the result. So we have a document which is stating clearly where do we use language and how. So the next steps was that we needed to make a plan how to develop further. So Rufet and Mirko were working tightly with our CEO, and as yesterday as well, it was presented that it is very important to have the commitment from CEO. Otherwise, one person, you cannot win the game. Especially, I have a high level of enthusiasm of this, all methodology, all the tools and everything. But it is difficult if there is no support from a higher person, and how internally we call sponsor as well. So J.K. Rowling's statement is, it is our choices that show that we truly are, so far more than our abilities. We think that we can do something, but we have to do the right choices. And I really much also related to the decision-making process. So you do some things, you plan them, and then we are building the good plan, which we are 100% in. We believe that. We have the line in all levels. Our components of transformation plan consisted of comprehensive training sessions, where we also had a training course of 10 sessions for wider public, chosen people, of course, tailored leadership coaching as well. CEO has to be coached all the way along, and I truly believe that it is important because they have to be at least one step further. So they know where we are going. They are not unsure. They are not wandering around with others when there is something new coming. Cross-functional senior teams, vision building mission session, and internal training, integrated training. Let's see what I added in the, yes, regular and discipline POC sessions on a task. Also, we had an internal integrator training. Luckily, I was in that group as well, but again, selection of people was very thoughtful because we had a lot of candidates, willing people to do that, but together with CEO and top management, we were just trying to understand who would be the most valuable persons at the beginning to do that, because we need a voice in the company as well to do that. So these are full-time employees in different positions, like finance manager, also project department manager, in project department employee and production employee, group manager. But we had 6 internal integrators involved in, we are involving them already in our 17 MAP initiatives, which I will show in phase 4 what we had. So far, we have had 6 internal meetings because we had only training started on March 2024. And yes, we are starting with initiatives for promoting the change internally. So we are just a newly baked integrators who are building their influence in the organization, how to move and promote the change. Like simple things, implementing the meeting room setup. On the moment, we are having table in the middle, which is not movable away. So that is a simple thing where we want to make that meeting setup that everyone is open, everyone can discuss the topics what we had to solve during the senior teams. As well, dictionary. It's very important to understand Adizes methodologies wording. As we are talking there, syntax, senior team, someone who does not know about that in organization, they're wondering what language do they talk? Or pips, we say pips, and then there's, what is that? So our idea is to make simple dictionary, yes, simple dictionary of Adizes methodologies words, so be able to explain to everyone what it is about. In cooperation with Latvian office, because we also want to have it in Latvian, so people understand it even better, not only in English. We have communicated with Vladimirs and Greg, so to get in Latvian wording where they have translated their materials as well.
I'm interested to know why for the integrators, you don't have anybody from HR.
HR was expected to be in the second row because we planned already in autumn to have a next group of 6 people. So I heard yesterday that 6 persons in 500-person company, it's a big number. For us, I think more is better. So just to have a wider spread as well. But yes, from HR, we did not have at that moment. Phase 4, yes, our mission session and mission action plan session. There in the middle is our CEO, where he was very actively participating in this session together with Mirko. We also there had 13 committed colleagues. We noted or defined 15 upper threats and 17 strategic initiatives. And our CEO is very E-driven. I think there is no surprise about that. So he wanted to create an image from the keywords what we got in our mission action plan.
Cool.
And yes,
So cool.
that is how Mirko is saying, it's our baby. So it's the front page of our mission action plan, actually. There is also a story with this phase, how it is taking over or accepting that we are having that. Year before, we had a consultancy company who helped our CEO and also top management to develop the strategic definition strategy 2027. And for CEO, it was difficult to accept that we have to do it again. How comes? How we will merge? We have started already something before, and now we will have to shift around what we have, where we have implemented a lot of time, energy, and money as well. It's good that we went over there again through that, because there was wider group who took a part into this. And we also, during this session, discovered many things what we have not focused on. So top management maybe have a narrower look than those who are invited from different units.
Excuse me.
One of the good, yep.
How did you prioritize the 17 initiatives?
We have an Excel sheet at the moment
Yeah.
where we have prioritized, because 2027 is a little bit of to go. So
Yeah.
we have placed them in an order which where some projects are already ongoing, so we did not stop them. Like we have we call internally digital twin.
Yeah.
That means where engineering, from engineering perspective, we want to create a digital twin. That is one. We also had a new company structure building. That means that Danish entity had to be formed. So we placed those which were ongoing on the first row.
I see.
Yeah, and then later on, for example, we have a code of ethics as well. One of the things,
Yeah.
it was able to be done in parallel, so we allowed to do it already now.
Okay.
But we have, for example, production efficiency, which is a subproduct of other activities. It is moved further as a mission action plan initiative. Yeah. Also, it was mentioned in previous days that it is important to address all the changes what we are doing internally in organization to all the company. We have a internal intranet where we are actually we are having a monthly newsletter. We have called our Adizes activities Forms and Transforms newsletter. And we are publishing all activities what are going on related to changes. So it's, for example, Cinder team results, digital twin results are separately even published because people then are understanding what is going on, because it's very slow process to get all on board in the same boat. We also having a Adizes resource center in SharePoint where we are having all phases and related documents sorted by those folders. We have a POC action items for POC team, which is also in SharePoint created, where we have to do activities and follow them. And yes, this is from an internal integrator training where we are assigning PA tasks for the groups internally in Excel sheets on the moment. Yes. Why we are better? Yeah, you don't see that. Much better now already, what we see. At that day when Mirko said, hey, you are awarded as a year of the company of the year from Adizes, most of people were in disbelief. I think that is the peak moment when you are doing everything, you do not see what is going around and what? Okay, can it be truth? But later on when we are reflecting what we have done, how intense it's been. So yes, we have improved self-reflection. We are familiar with emotional response curve. That's very important because before we were shouting at each other and not even understanding why. And we actually internally say it's a full moon. So every month it's a few days of full moon. Meetings with agenda, rules, content, and meaningful composition of those meetings. Constructive when pushed out of the comfort zone. So we are trying to compose ourselves. Application of a foundational understanding of the Adizes methodology. Increased management awareness of shared challenges and opportunities as well. So we increased our understanding and awareness of that, what is there, so that our problems are not unique and they have to be managed. Created and implemented rules of delegation, simple thing, but it's needed. Created and implemented rules of efficient electronic communication. People were frustrating and there is no agenda or no subject for email or when you are just writing and you can read between lines, what is there? So simple things, but very important for internal integration. Regular POC sessions and active and purposeful Cinder teams. Yes, and I really like that analogy about the butterfly. A butterfly is not a caterpillar with wings. In a Pixar cartoon, they show that there is a caterpillar with wings as well, but a little bit heavy to fly. A butterfly is not a faster caterpillar, it's also a truth. So this is a transformation way, everyone has to accept it. Otherwise running and chasing something what you cannot chew at that time, it's not purposeful. And yes, the nearly last slide in my presentation. After this slide, I will have some video. I hope you will be able to spare some 7 minutes of that to look through that. But this is a mind map of the first question, what will be in our video interviews, where we have asked, can you characterize in 3 words, what is this methodology for you? And how do you feel about that? So it's educational, challenging, fun, tough, painful, hopeful, bringing together, teamwork, learning, structure. So it's where I'm happy to see that it's not only positive, it's challenging, it's real life. So then you will be able to see in the videos as well what is there.
It was interesting, it was painful, and it was like sometimes really boring.
Educational, inspiring and joyful.
Structural, very educational path, and sometimes tough as well.
Educational, inspiring, exciting.
Educational, joyful and inspiring.
Challenging, mindset changing, and also bringing together.
Well, it has been challenging, also been fun.
Exciting, inspiring and educational.
I would say it has been educational, challenging, and also a little bit fragmented.
Inspiring, challenging, and very much motivating.
PAEI management styles, because it helped me to understand better my colleagues and better collaborate with them. Also, CAPI. It changed my view of decision making.
Especially this not part, and to describe the employee why not, or what not, and when not. So it have a clear picture what he don't have to do and spend time on it.
Decision making versus implementation. 5 attributes of decision.
Many of us believed, and I still believe, that we were not or are not that bad in making and taking decisions, but implementing what has been decided was definitely one of the weaker points. So understanding the concepts and especially the CAPI concept, that really is what you need to make things happen. Then that's improving in our company.
A lot, and it is still challenge me as an owner of a company where I definitely have, you could say, we're working in teams, but when it comes to CAPI, I have too much CAPI myself, and that can sometimes be difficult for me in sessions, especially in POC sessions, where we are discussing things, and then in the end of the day, I know I will be the one who has the final decision. And there it's difficult for me when team are discussing some things where I might have another opinion. The why, what, how, when, and who is actually a very good way of trying to cope with decisions, or actually preparing for decision making, I would say. That's one thing. The other thing is this PAEI management styles.
I think the most valuable for me was decision making versus implementation. We have learned a lot about how to make better decisions and how to carry them out effectively.
It helped to adjust my perspective of things, and it helped me to implement changes more effectively.
You need to respect others' opinion, and if you want to change something, start with yourself.
The thing I learned that there is nothing more permanent than changes. And where there is changes, there are problems. And problems, that is good. So that's the drive. Problems are our opportunities. And You don't have any problems or you don't have changes only when you are dead.
I became more bureaucratic and more slow in the process. It needs additional efforts and very deep detailization, which of course takes time. It increases the quality, but it pays in time.
I've also realized that a partner has grown to a really, really big company where we need to emphasize more information sharing. Yeah, so every employee might be able to see the greater picture and why we're doing specific things.
I feel now more confident in sharing my opinions because I understand that each of my ideas can add value to the team.
So far in company, I have seen a lot of decisions made since Adizes, and as long as the time is not wasted ineffectively, I see it as a good way forward, and the view is for good.
If we want to be better, then we have to change something. And I think Adizes methodology is a quite tool experience.
In my head, it's now hopeful that we are changing it of the company for the better.
Honestly speaking, I do not see any transformation in our company, except the some of meetings are arranged in another way.
First of all, it's impressive how almost everyone in A Partner, just when we launched this program, everyone jumps in and are willing to learn new stuff and to also develop personally, professionally. So this is really thumbs up for that.
Super, super good. Because now we can tell each other our management styles. We can tell to persons that have a high P that yes, we know this session will be very, very hard for you, and we'll try to make it as smooth as possible. And especially if the P people are losing their temperament, we can also openly talk about that.
If it's needed for the company, I will just continue with them.
I would love to continue the work that we have done before, and to be stronger in the future, it must continue.
Yes, I am ready to work with Adizes methodology.
Yes, of course, every day.
I'm ready. Yes, I'm.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, I am ready to continue our journey because I see that the changes brings us new opportunities.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I am ready. I think the steps between the different parts of this program has been very tight and very compressed. And actually, I do not think that there has been enough time to let it sink in and for everybody actually to try and use it and apply it in their everyday life until we have suddenly jumped to the next part of it or the next phase of this change program.
Of course, I'm always open for changes, especially if it can make our company much better to work at, and it can make us even more competitive.
Yes, sure I am, because change is inevitable, so we need to keep doing the things we do.
Good. Yes. So the key to growth, transformation, ready to move forward to become better. Thank you.
You sure deserve to get the prize.
Yeah. Very
It's
impressive.
wonderful, very good. There was one piece here that's very important in my judgment. When the CEO says, we are discussing things and they want to agree on something I don't agree with. It's very important that this methodology works only with strong CEOs. If you have a weak CEO, it doesn't work. You want a strong CEO who says, I heard you all. Thank you very much. I still make my decision. So he's listening, but he's not, politically dancing. So it's not really, Adizes is not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
It's true.
Adizes Institute, in recognition of the exceptional implementation of the Adizes methodology, synergetic methodology, the outstanding dedication and commitment to lead change with mutual trust and respect. You see the big sign, mutual respect? I mean, I was really impressed. Okay, that this institute honors and bestows A.E. Partner, the Adizes Company of the Year 2023.
Thank you.
Very impressive.